What's up YouTube? This is Rambo coming to you today with another Thinking Like Rambo series video. Today we're going to be going over some search and destroy on Meltdown. This again was taken from the showmatch versus Optic Gaming. I had a few requests. They saw a few plays that they like and they wanted to know what went through my mind. So let's start off with one play that I don't think anyone saw on stream. This is a play that is it's a very nonchalant play. It's a very small play in a round, but these are small plays that can add up at the end of a round. You never know what can happen if you make good or bad decisions. And this is a prime example of not challenging a gunfight that you do not have to challenge. So the round is going right now. As you can see, it is a 4-on-4, and they are trying to push B right now. So pretty much I'm just going to play it out and I'll explain the situation as it goes. So at this point, I'm still trying to go for a pick. It's still in the picking phase of the round. We're still set up, I have a map, and this is where it changes. The first time it changes is where Proofy gets a 2-piece. So at this point, it's a 4-on-2 situation. So for me being alone in the middle of the map, as you can see, I'm completely alone right now. Even if there was a guy in the middle or bottom middle right now, I would have no way of trading that kill. So there's absolutely no reason for me to be here. So I'm gonna take a beeline back to my base. I'm gonna peek around. I'm gonna see a guy, and right here, situation changes again. This is where the situation changes again. As you can see, the other player on the team, you can tell by the type of suit he has and the type of movement he's having. He's got a submachine gun. My brain instantly clicks that I do not need to challenge this gunfight. Given the position and given where Stainville, my teammate, if you look on the minimap, I'll switch to him right now. Actually, 1 second. And as you can see, my teammate right now, I call out to my teammate that a player is trying to chase me down middle. So I'm pretty much waiting for my teammate to come to me at this point. I'm not going to fight this gunfight. If I fight this gunfight at this point, I can either win it and give my team a 4v1, or I can lose it and him getting away at this point. So I'm going to decide to make a very uncharacteristic decision out of any player in this game. Something not really a lot of people do, but I'm just going to decide to run away. So this gives my teammate a chance to get up to him and take a shot at him. Not only does this give my teammate more time to come, but this makes Nadeshot actually chase me down. And I'm pretty much fully baiting myself for Stainville to get the kill at this point. And as we're going to see from Stainville's point of view right here, we're going to see he ends up getting a kill from Nadeshot after pointing it down. And Nadeshot didn't get to hit me once at that point. It's not an easy shot to make with a submachine gun at that distance, so I took my chances to run away. And even if it was for a split second for him to shoot at me, he still had to pre-aim and move towards me in that situation to get the kill, which would have given my teammate Stainville an easy chance to get the kill. So even if I would have challenged the gunfight and I would have lost it right away, like I said, it would have maybe not given my teammate Stainville enough time to get to that kill, and it would have made the round at 3v2 instead of a 3v1 if I would have died, and in this case, a 4v1 situation. In the second play, we're going to see a few things happen here. We're pretty much felt out that Optic Gaming currently wasn't putting much pressure on the middle part of the map. In the first round of offense, we saw that they only sent one guy through middle, and we ended up getting picked by that. So we decided to counter it by a full-on mid-A push. So this is how it's going to go. We're going to send about 2 or 3 guys top in and try and flood the guy that's normally was challenging last round. We make a quick play, and we see that nobody's there, so we decide to go straight into A. At this point, we're looking for the A guy. As you can see right now, this is the first time the situation changes a bit. Nadeshot gets a kill on JCap, and I believe JCap called out that he was going back to top mid. So this is the reasoning why I'm going to come back around and look top mid at this point. Since Proofy was going through top mid as well, and Stainville decided to rush him, Stainville's going to end up getting killed as well here, and the situation changes again. So at this point, me and Proofy are just chasing for Nadeshot and try and make this a 3-on-2 as fast as possible to give ourselves the best chance possible to win a round. The play is going to change again in a quick second when Proofy pushes through top mid and gets the kill. At this point, there's 2 decisions we can make. Is either run around back to our base or watch top mid at this point. Since we're not in an advantage at this point, the other team is up 3-2 versus us. So we're gonna bank on someone coming in from trying to trade the kill on Proofy. Like I said, the last round we took advantage. We decided to take advantage this round from Optic only sending 1 player top mid. So we kind of figured that there would be a player top mid again. So this is why both of us are gonna put our focus on top mid. And Proofy gets a pretty sick 2-piece there on second kill on Big Timer, which gives us a 2v2 advantage. At this point, Optic is in the advantage. A is not a bomb site that you want to be stuck in without having numbers on the map, because there are 3 choke points to watch, and there's only 2 of us to watch 3 choke points at this point, and one of us would really have to plan to make it worthwhile. So me and Proofy make the decision to run back towards our base. At this point, we're going to take it nice and slow. We're going to take our time, stick together. Even if we get to enter a gunfight here, Proofy would be right behind me in a position to trade the kill and give ourselves a 1v1 chance. Obviously, a much better chance to win a round that started off on a 4 versus 2. So at this point, we're deciding to go back to the middle of our base. We're making sure no one flanks around all the way from B, and we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. This is where the mindset and the mind plays come in into a team that plays together and try to play smartly. We pretty much make him believe that we're going to go all the way around the map at this point. But once we get to our spawn, we see nothing's flanking, and we give him about 20 to 25 seconds. We play the probability of them going inside A and clearing it out, and then pushing back towards B. As you can see, we're going to take our time pushing A here. We're not just going to run back in. We're going to make sure that no one's running through the back door. Maybe that tries to rotate through our base. And while Proofy's looking at the A door, I'm going to watch for our flank. So at this point, this is where we're going to make our play. 25 seconds. If Optic's playing smart, they'll be sticking together. If they're not, then it gives us a chance to get a kill and trade a kill at that point. And like I said, give us a 1v1 chance. So we're banking on them being at B right now, which is exactly what's happening as you can see on the minimap. We're going to make a play here. We decide, like I said earlier, A is not a position that you want to be in if you don't have the if you don't have the advantage in players. So you don't want to be stuck inside A if you can't watch every door. Obviously, there's going to be one choke point or another that you won't be able to watch at any given time. So instead of sitting inside, we decide to push through their side. We're going to stick together here, and we're going to push through and try and trade a kill. We're going to bait each other out a bit, as you're going to see the play that's going to come up. Proofy spots a guy on the main ramp, puts a few shots. I believe he connected a few shots at that point, so I'm just going to be and actually Merc decided to jump out and try and get the kill, but as you see, we were playing really well together, baited out the kill. At this point, there's 28 seconds, so I was going to go inside to make sure that no one's going to be defusing, but I got able to jump out and got a good timing on Scumpy and got the kill. And this was a 2v4 round, guys. This is not something that's very easy to do, obviously, but if you play with the right mindset and you get a few good kills when you expect people to come out of, that's when you'll be able to win rounds, and that's obviously was a huge thing, a huge play for our team, as it gave us a 2-1 lead in the search and destroy game. The last play we're going to see today is something very similar to the last one we just saw. Is pretty much a full-on A push. We're going to decide to split up 2-on-2 this side. We kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt in the middle, so at this point we're just going to try and push A, and Optic counters it very well. They're going to send a few guys bottom mid, and JCap barely survives that one. So at this point, as you can see, there are 4 players in the middle side of the map for Optic right now. They are stacking middle really hard, which is a very good counter to the strategy we were doing. It's going to pan out to about a very similar play. As you're going to see, Proofy dies now, so it's a 2v4 for Stainville and JCap. They are stuck inside A at this point. So as you can see, Stainville going to the bomb. It's obviously not a good decision for him to plant the bomb at this point, since in a 4v2 situation, if you plant a bomb inside A, you're not really going to be able to get out of that one victorious unless you get really lucky with timing kills. So pretty much they're going to wait this one out a bit. Stainville gets away from the bomb, tries to watch choke points, and as you see, JCap gets the first kill of the round here for us. So that changed the situation. This point's a 2v3, and we're in a better spot. There's still a lot of time left of the round, as you can see. There's still 1 minute 2 seconds left, so you can allow yourself to feel it out. They're still going to be looking for kills. JCap throws an EMP top mid to make sure no one's there. He actually hits one top mid, so at this point we know for sure that at least one player is top mid. So this rules out a lot of different things. This changes the map. We're going to see the last player here. Before I name the factors, this is going to be the last factor at this point. This is the factor telling you how Optic is playing this one. If you EMP a guy top mid and you see a guy sieging in the backside of the spawn from watching their spawn door, you can pretty much tell that the last player is going to be on your side watching your door. So at this point, we know that they just don't want us to be able to run around like we did last time in that 2v4. They don't want us to be able to get out of A and pretty much try and play mind games with them at that point. So they siege us into A. So at this point, this changes again the situation. Now it would actually be a good idea to plant, because we know for sure that they're not going to try running in. If they try running in at this point, they're taking a huge risk, because they're going to be 1 on each choke point. So it gives us a chance to actually get the bomb planted and maybe make a play out of it. So right now we're going to make a call as a team to get the bomb down. And at this point, after you plant, you don't want to just sit inside, because you know there's a player on each side of the map. So technically, you're going to be watching 2 choke points out of 3, and you know for sure that there's a player on each of those choke points. So if you decide to just sit inside and not do anything, eventually someone's going to push through a choke point that you're not watching, and then things are going to go bad for you. So Stainville and JCap make a really good decision here to be aggressive after the bomb plant. JCap EMP'd a guy top mid earlier, so he's going to be careful on looking, and he gets a huge kill on big timer. This gives us a 2v2 situation with the bomb planted. The only bad part about this is they know where JCap is, but we know the last 2 players are most likely on our side and their side at this point, which is the case as you can see on the minimap. So a very good play by JCap and Stainville to make plays together. Here, they're splitting up again. Here, they're just trying to make sure that those players weren't trying to run in as they were running out of top mid. The original play that was called by our team here was to try and run out of top mid mid and maybe float around, because we know they're on each side of the map. I believe it's Merc and Scump will be more prompt to do at this point is, or actually not Scump, excuse me, Merc and Nade Shot will be more prompt to do at this point, is to run through the choke points they were watching, because they know nobody ran out of there. So at this point, the best thing to do is to stick together as much as you can. You know your opponents are split up because you saw one player on their side of the map, and you MP'd a guy top mid that you killed already. So the other player's most likely on your side. So for them not rushing in at this point, this pretty much, we've already won the round at this point. It's a 22-second round. There's 22 seconds left of the map, and we have the bomb. We have the bomb planted. We pretty much already won this round by just sticking together and running around right now. Staville's gonna run in here, and he saw one, and he decides to rush for the kill. That kill pretty much obviously puts 100% sure win on the round, as there is 18 seconds left, and even if we were to trade at this point, we would win. And if Stainville were to lose a gunfight at this point, they don't actually know where JCap is really. So the fact that Stainville got a kill, even if Stainville lost that gunfight, JCap would have been there to clean it up, and then we would have won around surely at this point. So Stainville's going to go out, pre-fire the bomb site, doesn't see him, JCap comes up, cleans up the kill, and that's another 2v4 for you guys. Really good plays and smart intelligence play to feel out the round and how they played it. That's really what it comes down to, guys. It's really understanding how your opponents are playing it. If you know they're split up on the map, take advantage of it. Just roam together, play 2v2. Like you saw, it was a 2v4 for us, but pretty much it ended up being JCap had a 1v1 gunfight, and then JCap had another 1v1 gunfight top mid, and then Stainville and JCap had a 2v1, and then we had another 2v1 pretty much. So even though Optic had a 4v2 situation in that map, you played it more as a team, so it gave us the advantage through the entirety of the map. Obviously, except for JCap's 1v1, those are pretty much just gunfights. Not really coin tosses, but logical, like just pretty much plays have to be made to win rounds sometimes. So, and JCap did exactly that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos, and I hope you guys have a good day. As always, peace, guys.